Hi, welcome. So, a little bit about myself. I'm 31 years old, and I'm married with kids. I have 2 kids. My wife is deaf, and we both live in Edmonton. We've lived in Edmonton for just about all our life. So, I've also worked for an environmental service company for about the last 10 years. What experiences do I have that qualifies me for this job? Well, I've worked for Clean Harbors for almost 10 years now, and I've done a bunch of remediation projects such as Obed Mountain Mine. We've done lots of diesel spills or other hazardous material spills and cleanups around Alberta. We've done pulp and paper mill reclamations in Ontario, different mine sites, different oil field sites, lots of different kinds of remediations that happen around. We've also taken part in the hurricane that happened down in the States and all the flooding that was down in Texas and Florida. Have I ever had a conflict with a supervisor or a coworker? Yeah, I did. I had a conflict with one of my previous supervisors about the bolting procedures for production tanks. And the reason for the bolting procedure and why I wanted it to be changed is that these production tanks dealt with sour service. Sour service meaning H2S. H2S, well, if you have a leak, it can kill you. So I wanted to change everything to B7M and 2HM studs and nuts, and the supervisor did not. So as that's what we identified as the source of the conflict, looking beyond our incident, basically it came down to money for replacing the parts, and we did not have enough money to replace all the parts. So I asked him to come up with some solutions with me, and we discussed many possible ways to get around this issue. So the solutions that we came up was to change out all the bolts now, or we can change the bolts on the units as they're going to be out and rented. And that's where we came to the agreement that we were going to change bolts on the units as they were rented and not before. So my greatest weakness is at times that I tend to take on too many projects, which pushes me back, and sometimes I don't come to completion on projects, or they take a little bit longer than anticipated because I'm trying to do too many things at once. My greatest strength would be problem solving, logic, and the ability to boost team morale. And then, how do I handle stressful situations? Well, in stressful situations, I like to write down all of the facts, deadlines, and problems that are causing me stress. Then I take a few minutes, I close my eyes, I breathe in and out slowly to lower my heart rate, and I take about 2 to 5 minutes to myself, just eyes closed, releasing all the stress. Then when I open my eyes, I will prioritize and organize everything that I have written down that needs to be done, and anything that I can put to the side, I will, and focus on the stuff that needs to be dealt with now. I just have a few questions for you guys. Question 1, do you allow flexible work hours and staggered start and end times, such as starting at 9 and working till 5, starting at 3, or starting at 7, working till 3, or any possibilities like that? My next question would be, do you have different rates for the vehicle allowance based on what kind of vehicle it is, such as if you drive an SUV, you drive a 1-ton pickup, or is there any different rates for the different vehicles provided? My next question would be, would I be able to work from home for some days out of the week from my home office? And my last question would be, do you supply a company computer and cell phone, or is that something that I'm going to need to provide for myself? Thank you.